Hello and welcome, everybody. How y'all doing to today? Tonight? Hi, Mango. Hi, One Dude. Hi, Azur. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Man, good. Hey, glad to hear. What you guys get up to this week, huh? How's the week been treating you? All right, listen, we're gonna ask you guys before I start. Uh, what do you call it? Crashing out, crying, whinging, having my therapy session on stream? Assessment. I'm kind of glad I'm not a student anymore. Like I don't know what I was like thinking, cause like last week, right? I was having thoughts of like, man, maybe I do kind of miss studying. Maybe I do kind of miss student life. There's something about it that's, what do you call it? Fun. And then I remembered, oh wait, I'm thinking about the idea of traveling to classes and then kind of meeting people. And then I was like, but that's not what going to school is about. Going to school is about studying and drowning in paperwork and assignments and wanting to kill yourself every day in Minecraft. And so I was thinking, wait, maybe I'm not looking. Maybe school life isn't what I'm looking like missing. Maybe the last time, like the thing I'm missing is a social life. It's been a while. Last time I saw you were playing Uncharted. Yeah, that would have been last week. Going to school is about your mom hovering behind your chair after school, monitoring your every movement so you study good. You know what? That's a good transition into the topic. Like something that's been happening recently. Like if you don't know, right? Here in Australia, we just pushed forward for like more ID online, right? So what that means is you need to verify your ID on everything here in Australia, right? We wouldn't need this if parents actually just watched what their kids were doing. Just pay attention. Like I'm not like you don't have to be there 24/7, you know. You could just be there for like every 20 or so minutes, every hour just check in on them like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm just playing Roblox." Okay, cool. That's it. But some parents are just so like hands off. They don't know about anything until it's too late. And you know what they do? It's the government's fault. It's the government's fault that my kids are retarded. Anyways. Hi, Crazy. Hi, Connor. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. Gotta be there 25-8 for me, gang. We gotta be there for Crazy, alright? We gotta be there for him. We can't let him get taken away by another Roblox gang. Someone kidnapped you yesterday or something? Yeah, listen, I was meant to stream yesterday, but my friend Kia, right? She came back from vacation, and so um, we were mostly catching up, but also at the same time, aside from catching up, uh, I was helping her set up some vertical stream stuff. So you know, it's kind of. And by the time we were done talking, it was already like 9. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I couldn't go to sleep. God damn it. But crazy, Connor, how's your day been? Dying? I feel that. I feel that. I thought you were too into Honkai yesterday. Honkai. Oh, right. Yeah, no, I was what do you call it? I was showing here what like my vertical stream looked like. So I opened up Honkai. Welcome in, Deegan. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. No, no, yeah, yeah. Listen, I would never play like Honkai for an extended period of time. Ain't no way. Is that the one, the rat with physics? Uh, no, you're thinking of ZZZ. I was waiting to say, like, listen, okay? Unless it's important, I'm not gonna skip, okay? And Kyo and helping out her stuff, that was important, alright? My homies are important. What are you doing? We're just chatting today, Deegan. Awake on this fine morning? Fine morning? That's how you want to describe today? You know what I did today, guys? I went to work. All right. And you're like, okay, Creed. So does like a million other people in the world. Yeah, but like I haven't been to work in like 3 months. Okay. And my first shift is a 6 a.m. So I need to leave the house at 4. I wanted to die. When is Persona 4 again? It is tomorrow. We'll be doing Persona 4 tomorrow. It's payday. I get paid next week. All right. And when I get paid, I'm gonna feel so unstoppable. I'm not gonna feel unstoppable. I need a lot of things to pay. I got a lot of things to pay. I can see the behind. Yeah, but like, what happened at work today? So I went to work. It was kind of crap, right? Cause anytime I start a morning shift, it's just me and a bunch of old ladies, and you're like, okay, so what's wrong with that? Um, I have to do a lot of physical labor because I need to set up the room. So I need to roll out tables, get chairs, set up side stations, and get all the drinks and stuff like that. I, the ladies, you know what they do for like 3 hours? They fold napkins. They fold napkins for 3 hours. And while I'm busting my ass until the first set of people arrive at like 9 o'clock, uh, I want to die. I want to hurt myself. Are they in Twitch? Yes, they're in Twitch, Deegan. I'm streaming on multiple websites. But what do you call it? Hi, hey, welcome in, King Fame. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. But uh, after the other people arrive, right at work, so one of them gets on my ass the whole day, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna ignore it because like it's probably first thing in the morning, and they want a power trip. So I'm just gonna let them have it. I'm just gonna let them have it. So I just avoided them while they were like going, "Oh, Creed, when you do this, Creed, why are you slacking?" Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I was like, what do you mean slacking? Bro, I've been here since like 6 a.m. I've been here since 5:30, man. Jesus. Wait, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. You know what happens, right? He starts getting really like pushy because I'm like not fighting back. He starts being a little more aggressive. He's like, "Gosh, Creed, if you're gonna be this bad, if you're gonna keep slacking, you shouldn't have come. Why'd you even come to work?" I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, Murder who said no, 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 don't worry. I got him back, bro. I got him back. Cause I was like, hey, how long have you been here? Cause like you've been here longer than me, right? Cause I remember when I first started you were here. You're like, yeah, I've been here for like 20 years. I was like, oh, that's impressive. Yeah, that's really cool. So tell me, all right, if I want advice on like how to go nowhere in my life and spend 20 years as a waiter, I'll ask you, okay? I'll ask you. But I didn't. So I weren't, okay? So shut up. And then everyone around me went, why would you say that? I was like, because he's been busting my ass all morning. He hasn't been doing jack. He's an old ass man limping around everywhere, not carrying a damn thing. All right? Oh my god. Listen, okay? Uh, I was getting so annoyed. I was like, why am I letting him talk down to me like that? He's been working here for so long and he's not even a manager. He's not even higher than me. You know? He gets paid less than me. So I'm like, wait, why am I taking this? He's like an actual deadbeat. He's actually dead end. What? Why am I taking this from him of all people? Ain't no way I'm taking that. So yes, I was gonna pop off. All right. Yes, I was gonna talk my shit. You're gonna be his 13th reason. Listen, all right. I'm gonna give him his heart attack. Also, welcome in, Vivi. How you doing? I appreciate the Linkin Park in the background, dude. I love Linkin Park. Hey, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Feel free to call me fool. Yeah, I'll try and remember that if I can. What's your qualification to work here? So what are your qualification to cook beef noodles? Where are you working? Are you working in a kitchen? Welcome in, Leo. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. But that's been my work day, okay? Like I hate my workplace. Every time I'm there, I always get hit with the same like, "Oh, where have you been? Where have you been?" Oh my god, I forgot. So I used to work in the bar, right? I got kicked out. And one of the guys in the bar saw me and ignored me, you know? He just ignored me. And then he finally went, because like we were walking past each other and we like saw like face to face, so we couldn't really ignore each other anymore. He was like, hi Creed, how you doing? I was like, I'm good. He's like, what you been up to? I was like, do you actually care? Because like I don't even care what I've been up to. So like, and he's like, you're right, I don't. I just wanted to see if you're suffering. Okay, bye. I was like, you know what? I appreciate for once that he's straightforward with me, because this guy is like a snake. All right, he loves talking trash behind people's back. Oh my god! Name five mythical trash. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't even have a compromised immune system. Sucks. Yeah, well, if you worked at my workplace, Mango, you'd probably be sick all the time. You like to meet way too many people. Every time I get a hint that Creed is actually cultured and sophisticated, stolen back Sprite, wait, you think I'm sophisticated? Well, I am, actually. I'm quite sophisticated. Yeah, listen, alright? I went to Taipei once, got a flu. You know, I don't know what exactly I caught last year, but there was one sickness I caught when I was out for like a month. And like, it really messed up my voice to the point where I was like, sounding like, yeah, so like, Do you like Vocaloid? I'm not too deep into Vocaloid. I don't know a ton. Chris so cool. Hi, God. How you doing? Hope you have a fantastic day tonight. And welcome in, Moon Maiden. How you doing? I have to do homework, sadly. Well, get to it, dude. Don't delay. Don't put it off, alright? Get to it. I'm torn between thinking about you and thinking the exact opposite. You keep sitting on the line. And you know what, fool? I like that, okay? You know what I don't want to be? I don't want to be one-dimensional, right? I want to be dynamic, okay? So what I need you, alright, is to think, how to say, that Creed guy, he's got depth to him. He's got a lot of layers. He's like an onion. Every time you think you got him sorted, you peel it back, you know? Slow mode on? I have to. There's too many strange people on YouTube. Um, oh my god, I forgot. My workplace, right? They going through, what do you call it? I don't want to say bankruptcy, but we're like on the verge of bankruptcy, you know? So they start like budgeting every shift. It's like, oh yeah, during this shift we can only spend this much. So you know what they did? They sent me home early. They sent me home early. All right? And I was like, are you kidding me? Cuz like the average hours we're meant to work is 6 hours. They sent me home at 5. I was like, are you kidding? He's like, yeah, Creed, sorry, you're like too expensive. I was like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, there's no way they're gonna pay me $60 an hour to fold napkins because we were done with everything for the day, so we were just doing miscellaneous tasks. So like, yeah, I don't care. Give me my 6 hours. Far out. So where's the NT? Up your button around the corner, Mango. How about that? I drove my school to bankruptcy on purpose. How did you do that? Thank you for that, Doodly. Appreciate it. Also, welcome in. How you doing? Yappin God here? Hey, that's what I mean. What time is it for you, dude? I'm just gonna... Boop. Oh, so that's been my day, right? All I'm gonna say is every time I go to work, I'm suffering. Every day I go to work, I want to hurt myself, alright? What job have you been doing to get paid $60 per hour? Oh my god. It's a pretty good job, because it's super easy. Also, welcome in, Tori. How you doing? I used to be a bartender, but now I'm a waiter. It's hospitality. It's just the workplace is super nice, super fancy. And also, thank you for the 3 stream streak. Appreciate it. Wait, Tori, if you don't mind me asking, like, what do you guys? Wait, for those of you here, who of you are employed? What do you guys do for a job? I'm curious. All right, I need to know how many of you guys are suffering in hospitality. Yapping go sales. Ah, nah. And you want to become a teacher as well? Damn, Tori. Damn. You know what? Name a more befitting combination, alright? A loving deep space player and a masochist. Just name a more fitting combination. It's just how it is, right? All my decisions are bad. Yeah, yeah. Every day you're like, uh, maybe when I go to school, I'll meet my Caleb. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, Galix. How you doing? Did I want to do bartending? Bartending is pretty fun. I can't lie. I will say, if you're gonna do bartending, at least like know how to drink a little bit, because I'm a guy who doesn't drink, who bartends. So every time I have to recommend things to people, I have to lie out of my teeth, going, "Oh yeah, this is such a great combination." Yeah, doesn't work. I mean, it does work, right? Because when you tell these, you have to sell it, right? You have to talk confidently about it. Thank you for the subs. I'm a landowner at the moment, so basically I don't work while they pay me to live. All right, fool. I need you to give me that, okay? How do I get involved in that? Okay, do you have any land you want to give to me for free? Wink, 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 wink. Come on, come on, come on. Listen, I want that kind of money, all right? I want passive money where I just don't do anything and I get it, all right? Yeah, maybe I need to do some maintenance on the land. Oh, thank you for the lurk. Maybe every once in a while I need to show up and be like, oh yeah, 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 I'll fix the pipes. How do you bartend and not drink? So, funny story is, right? One day, because when I first started working, I was a bartender, like not a bartender, I was a waiter, and I was what do you call it? Just doing my thing, and then one of my managers at the time, he like, hey, um, so like, would you like to work in the bar? Ha ha ha. I thought he was joking, right? So like, oh yeah, dude, I'd like that. Ha 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 ha. He's like, okay, cool, cool. And then a couple months go by, and he's like, hey, did you actually want to work in the bar? Because like when I asked you, I was serious. You haven't really shown interest. I was like, oh, you're being for real? I thought you were just joking and being nice. He's like, no, 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 come work in the bar. I see potential in you. And then I work in the bar, and he's like, Creed, check this out. We got this fancy Japanese whiskey. This one is like $500 a bottle. I was like, yeah, so I think I need to tell you right now, I don't drink. What? I was like, yeah, so like everything you're describing to me sounds cool on paper, but I don't get it. And he's like, can you study? I was like, I'm a good study, don't worry. So you know what? I developed a skill. Okay, I developed a great skill. I can smell like any kind of alcohol, and I can kind of break apart its flavor palette, all right? So when it came to wines, I could tell you which ones are really bitter, which ones are sour, which ones are sweet, and uh when it came to like whiskeys and stuff, I could do the same. All right. So unfortunately, though, I need to crack open the bottle to be able to do this. But I'll tell you what, right? I'm batting 100% because every time I recommended something, everyone's like, "Actually, this is really good." I'm not sure if that's just like the car salesman in me going, like, oh yeah, this is a merlot. It goes really great with your red meats and etc. etc. And they're like, oh yeah, yeah, that sounds real good. I'll take that. So maybe I sold them on the idea, and then because I sold them on it, then they liked it. If I didn't sell them on it, they probably wouldn't have liked it. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. When it came to bartending, it was just about serve the drink ASAP. And if you're not serving drinks ASAP, you need to talk up a good game. You need to be able to sell people in the thing. You need to, what do you call it? Have the bartender's experience. Because there were some nights where I was working in weddings, and some people would be like, oh, so like I want to have a good night, but like I don't know what to drink. Like, what do you recommend? I was like, okay, so what do you like? Do you like sweet drinks or do you want something a bit bitter? They're like, oh, I like sweet drinks. I was like, okay, so tell me, with your sweets, do you want something with a bit of an aftertaste or do you just want something pure sweet? A bit of aftertaste would be fine. So I give them a vodka cranberry. It's just as easy as that, dude. Like, don't overcomplicate it. Who's the other dude in your intros? Other dude in my intro. Uh, can you describe them? I'm not on Discord yet, so I'm not caught up on the lore. Yeah, don't worry. There's a lot of lore happening, you know. Anything turns you bright red when you take a sip is not good to drink. I mean, that's just Asians, all right? Like, do you know how many weddings I go to and like Asians they take a sip and they immediately bright red? The guy with the purple hint. Ah, fool, that's Ducky. That's one of my friends. If you check up on my about page on my is it about page or my main page on Twitter? Not Twitter. Twitch. And you scroll down, he's one of my recommended channels. Wait, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Does this work? Yeah, there you go. There he is. That's the guy. Listen, if you like high energy streams, that's your guy, right? I thought he was your boyfriend. Oh, you saw that one picture. Yeah, my friend Kier commissioned that. Yeah, blame her, right? That's her fault. The BL, right? The only thing in red green spectrum I want to hear my only unique feature. Hey, don't say that, manga. All right, we all have unique features. All right, you know what my unique feature is? I'm so cool and dark and mysterious and nonchalant, and like every time you look at me, like, damn, who's that brooding baddie? Like, who is he? I'm like, yeah, just gotta go wherever the wind takes me or some shit. Oh my god. News up? Hey, welcome in, Sophia. How you doing? No, it doesn't, but I'd be happy to write for you guys. Nah, we're all good. 58% emo untraditional. You know what, Kana? I'm surprised you remember that after all this time. Thank you for never forgetting. Fuck you. Sorry. Sorry. I'm losing my composure out here. I heard that. No, you didn't. You didn't hear anything. Oh god. Self-control, you said. Yeah, I have great self-control. I have, alright? You think we'd forget? I was hoping you'd forget. I was hoping you guys would be like me and you'd have Alzheimer's and then you'd forget. But you know what? All I can say is I really applaud your memories, Good on you guys. Appreciated that. Oh my god, you guys care about me so much. You remember this? Oh, wow. Yippee. Do me a favor, alright? When you end up in a coma, forget about it, please. that donathon really revealed too many things that I wish didn't get revealed. 2.6, 2.2. Listen, all right. If you guys want that kind of money from me, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. The things to hate about school is the school. You know what, silly? Absolutely. I apologize for my typos, by the way. No, it's all good, fool. Like even with typos, I'm pretty sure I can still like what do you call it? Kind of piece it together. It's all good. Context of what I'm forgetting. Don't worry about it, Azure. Don't worry about it. Let's just say, okay. uh, in January, I did a Donathon, and in that Donathon, I did a lot of like truth or like dare kind of things, and people asked me a lot of questions, and I got exposed. Is all I'm gonna say. All right. What's the thing that you can't see in the university? What, Kana? What can't you see in a university? People used to think my eyes were cool. The semi-green. The letter T. Cause you never see What? Kana? That one went over my head. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm just stupid, alright? He laughed. Nah, that wasn't a laugh. That was like, listen, okay? As soon as I came home, I passed out, alright? I went to sleep. I wish I found you street out sooner then. It's all good. You know, maybe things happen for a reason, okay? Alright? I am hello. Hey, welcome in. How you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. Welcome. Want to hear ocean fun facts? No thanks. I'm good. Uh-oh. What was that? Yeah, I think my internet just like keeps DCing. No, whenever I'm talking about full, I'm talking about you specifically. Wait, tell me guys, alright? Did you know dolphins? I don't want to know about dolphins, alright? I know about that dolphin house where that lady lived with a dolphin for a year or something. I know all about that, okay? Absolutely not. We're not talking about that. Was that the experiment where they just gave dolphin like LSD? Or was it just about a dolphin living with a human for like ages? Wait, I'll give you a spark notes about this experiment, right? So basically, I don't remember what the exact like goal of this um experiment was, but they made a lady live with a dolphin for a while. So she lived in a house that was like semi underwater to live with a dolphin. And then what happened was the dolphin fell in love with her. And then it would get really pushy with her because it would start rubbing up against her, nudging her. And if she didn't like show affection, it would like stop beating her. So like the woman, in order to appease the dolphin, she started. Yeah, crazy experiment, bro. Crazy experiment, bro. Oh my god, that sounds like a sus anime plot. I don't want to watch that anime. I really don't want to watch that anime at all. Like I would elaborate on what she did, but like I'm pretty sure it's TOS, so we can't. Chicken can live without its head for months. I don't think that's true at all. I don't believe that. Do you know any Arabic words? Oh god. Hi, welcome in, Mimi. How you doing? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but like shukran, right? Or BB. Like I'm pretty sure that's like my friend and like thank you, but like thank you is like yeah. Don't you know, but anyways, like what do you call it? How does there are some things I want to talk about today, right? Because I was on my way home and I was thinking about like the what do you call it? Online ID verification thing that we need in Australia. All right, because in order to access certain websites or like play certain games, you need to verify your ID. So my Twitter page has just been blasted, absolutely blasted by like what do you call it? ID verification. And I was like, oh my god, I can't see anything on Twitter anymore. And apparently, in order to play GTA Online, we need to ID verify as well. So it's like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Will you get Aragog level spiders? Is it Aragog or is it I forgot what. Yeah. Listen, okay. We get giant ass spiders, and one of them was on my roof in my room. Uh, it was like the size of my hand. That was not fun. And the worst part is, I went downstairs to get like a broom to like beat it, and when I came back into my room, it was gone. I explained the experiment. No, no, I read that manga. Um, how to say? Yeah, like I wasn't sure if it was like trying to make it understand English or like trying to communicate with it. Like I'm pretty sure because like typically those are the experiments they have with dolphins. Because like dolphins apparently are one of those animals like gorillas where they have a great like language lexicon or some like understanding of language. They can do it, which is why they picked dolphins for that experiment. Wait, like you guys want to hear something draconian about Australia? All right, you want to hear something crazy about Australia? Listen, okay. Did you know we got some really strange rules when it comes to adult content? Really, really strange rules. Did you know, right, that uh I remember when I was like 9, they put out a rule in Australia where they couldn't sell adult content. So they couldn't sell DVDs and they couldn't sell magazines. So they immediately got like taken off shelves because I remember at gas stations you used to be able to just find them hanging there. And it was pretty common to like run into one. Like for the longest time, uh, like I don't know if you guys know what a Playboy is, but they're like old school like softcore magazines. Australia used to have their own type. It was called Zoo. And after that ban happened, that magazine went under. And they tried to rebrand into being like having articles about like fashion, health, and stuff. And it didn't really go anywhere because people didn't really buy them to read them. They bought them to look at them. So adult content, you couldn't sell it physically here in Australia. And then after that, there was a rule. I'm pretty sure this came way before. Listen, if you were a lady with a small chest, all right, you couldn't sell content because they banned it because they're like it's too childlike. A lady with a small rack is very childlike, so we need to ban that. And then I was like, you know what? These Australian rules are kind of weird. What? I consider what you do be adult content, so I guess they're more lenient with the rules now. Yeah, like not adult content. Okay, you know what? Fool. See, that's the thing, right? Their definition of adult content doesn't just apply to explicit content, you know? They're starting to branch it outward to mean anything they find slightly offensive. So you're not wrong, where what I'm doing and the things I talk about could be considered adult content. And so it got me thinking, right? Like, with this online ID verification stuff, where does it end? You know, what's the end game here? Because they're not going specifically after like OnlyFans or Fansly and stuff. They're kind of going against anything that would be considered problematic, you know? Because they're doing it to games. And here in Australia, we got an R18, what do you call it? Uh, like classification for games. So things like Grand Theft Auto, uh, rated as adults only, you know? You can't buy it unless you're an adult. But for some reason, we need to do online verification as well. And it's like, why? You know, god damn it, man. And we have the same thing at movies, you know? The Terrifier played in cinemas here, and you couldn't go see that movie unless you were an adult, unless you're over 18, you know? And then soon, like how long until like they're gonna enforce Netflix to enforce these what do you call it? Uh 18 plus on like everything. Movies, games, books. Hey, welcome in, Trin. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. Oh yeah, and bye, Trin. Thank you for driving by. I hope you're doing well there. Um what do you call it? Uh, I don't know. Like, it's getting really weird because I feel like they're already overstepping with using ID verification for adults only things, you know? Because they did the same thing with like uh how to say, they already did the social media ban for under 16s. So if you're under 16, you need to verify your ID so you can use social media here in Australia. Well, the thing is, it hasn't changed anything. I'm still seeing the same stuff online. Social media ban is ass. It sucks. Because what do you mean I'm getting punished because of stupid kids online? Like, you wanna know how bad kids are here? Alright, what they upload onto social media? They upload their fights, they upload them trashing each other, they upload their bullying, and then when it gets to the worst of the worst, they upload, like, explicit things that you shouldn't be uploading as a kid. And, it makes its rounds, right? Because, especially in the area I grew up, people are just really connected. Like, okay, this is gonna be sound really bad because it is really bad. How you doing? Hi, welcome in, Pixie. How you doing? I'm doing fine today. Um, for some reason, there are some adults that like hanging out with high school kids, and I think that's really goddamn weird. So they always find out about their dramas and all these things that they're sharing, and I'm like, how do I get this guy arrested? Because like, there's no way this guy's normal. There's no way anything he's involved in can be considered wholesome or. Mm, God damn it, man. You know what? Let me ask you guys, okay? Because a lot of the kind of media I enjoy would be considered explicit, you know? And I feel like with this like media ban, these like ID bans and everything. By the way, F Power Nap if we keep stream. Hey, appreciate that, man. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, you know? Uh but yeah, like I was saying, like a lot of the kind of media I enjoy would be considered very dark, very adult, you know? And when I read these things, I wasn't an adult. I'll use a very soft example, yeah? Uh, you know Fate Stay Night? Uh, it's considered a, adult novel because it has certain scenes in it, alright? But, it, dude, it was so peak. Oh my god, Fate's so good, bro. Damn, Queen? Nah, shut up, bro. But, it was one of those stories I read, and it really stuck with me. And I would have never experienced it because of this stupid ass like ID ban. And I hello? Oh, welcome in, Sky. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. Do you guys enjoy any kind of media that's like considered taboo? That's considered uh dark, you know? Because I don't like this media ban thing. Because it's just going out of the way to like censor things that they consider problematic. And it's just I don't know. That's really reductive and but we don't talk about it? Okay. I'm gonna expose one of our friends, okay? So back in the day, so like when I was probably 16 at the time as well, I was talking with my friends and we were all talking about things we were watching because like Game of Thrones was happening, and that's considered like, an adult show because, they got crazy stuff happening on that show. And then what is this command? Don't. uh one of my friends accidentally exposed himself, going, "Oh yeah, I really loved reading Euphoria," and like, but everyone was talking over him, so no one heard it. And then after the call, everyone left the call one by one, and then it was just me and him. I was like, um, so Euphoria. And he's like, "Oh, you heard that?" I was like, "Yeah." Do you mind explaining that to me? What? And he's like, "Okay, so what do you know about Euphoria?" I was like, "I know it's like an adult novel, and like not just an adult novel. It's like Guru Ero, so it's extremely violent, you know." Oh, thank you, Sushi. Thank you for the stretch and hydrate. Ah, whatever. 50 Shades of Grey. Do you enjoy 50 Shades of Grey? Like unironically, do you actually? Okay, sorry. Um, I'm convinced that Creed give me the pen name. What do you mean? You told me to call you that. I haven't read it or watched it. Okay, Sushi. My friend, he accidentally exposed himself for reading Euphoria. All right? Don't look it up, please. Please do not look it up. Let me describe it to you, okay? It's like a death game. All these people are trapped in like this facility, all right? And there are keys and there are holes. And there's one key, which is the main character. And the holes are the ladies he's trapped with. In order to escape, they need to complete certain tasks. He needs to use his key to unlock the holes to advance to the next room. All right. And you're like, okay, that sounds pretty standard for like adult content. Yeah, but like the tasks he get given is to brutalize people. All right. Brutalize them. I'm read it. Don't read it. Don't read it. Don't. Because it gets really violent. It gets really, really violent. All right. Like, how violent? There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore, and there was a scene where a lady has a tube attached to her mouth, and she has to eat something that comes out of people. It's pretty bad, you know. Um, oh god, yeah. I was asking my friend, I was like, so why do you read this, bro? It's like, Creed, it has very deep topics and like a very deep message. I was like, okay, try me. What is it about? And he's like, okay, so the story is basically trying to talk about like how if a guy or a person was able to fulfill their sadistic desires without restraint, they would lose themselves, you know? And I was like, okay, but there's like 1,000 other stories that do exactly that, you know? And they don't go nearly as far. It's like, yeah, but sometimes you want extremes. And I was like, bro, just tell me you're a little just be honest. Just tell me you're a little crazy. And he's like, no, no, Creed, but it gets deeper than that. There's a point in the story where they escape, and it talks about how society, if we were able to live in a utopia where we could live out our fantasies unrestrained, you know, do the things we want without punishment, like, you know, a paradise basically. How humanity would devolve. We would live out our basic instincts. Life would have no meaning. So we'd do cruelty and things just to satisfy ourselves. I was like, bro, you're not convincing me, alright? Because the last time you convinced me to read something, I read The Crossed. I read The Crossed because of you. Alright? I hate you. My friend, alright? He enjoys his dark media. Alright? He enjoys his violence and his gore and his For those of you who don't know what the Crossed is, okay, it's a post-apocalyptic story, like about people who get like this rash on their face and a cross pattern, and when they get this pattern, they live out their sadistic fantasies. They do things from murder to listen, all right. The first chapter, the people are running from the Crossed, and there's like a family, all right, and this guy, he's like, "Oh, I could protect us. They're afraid of salt," and he drew like a salt barrier around them. And oh, thank you, Azur. Appreciate that. And his wife is pleading with him. Oh, please kill me. Please kill me. Don't let them catch us. Just kill me. So the Crossed catches them and then does things to them. Thanks, Garth Ennis. Yeah, Garth Ennis, bro. If you don't know who he is, he's the guy that wrote The Boys. He is a very edgy writer, to say the least. Like, these are the kind of dark stories that like people are really, really into, you know? For me, do I enjoy anything like that? Um, I'm trying to think. What kind of dark, like, stories do I enjoy? I can't say there isn't any, because I know for a fact I have one, alright? I don't mind dark meat at all. I think it has a place when it's written well. No, exactly. I think there's a time and place for it, you know? I think, um, it's one of those things, even if it is edgy for the sake of being edgy, it deserves to exist, you know? Because at the end of the day, that's someone's art. And I don't like the Australian government going out of its way to censor all of these things just because some Karen in the government who's like 70 and out of touch and doesn't understand anything thinks the world should bend to her will. Eh, eh. Listen, lady, you're gonna die in a couple years, alright? And the world will go on. You didn't do a damn thing to contribute. Screw you, lady. uh, I'm trying to think. Like, oh, okay. You know what? Let me share with you guys a Goth Ennis story. Right. This isn't exactly super dark. I don't think. But Garth Ennis, all right, when he isn't being super edgy and writing things like The Boys or The Crossed, he actually wrote the best Punisher stories. All right. He wrote like the best Punisher run ever, and it involved a lot of dark topics like human trafficking and like prostitution and violence and stuff. But they were written really well, you know? And they didn't have happy endings. They had a very bittersweet ending sometimes, or very sad endings. But it felt like there was a point to his stories, you know? Like, it felt very grounded, very realistic. Because, like, when it comes to things like this, there isn't really a happy ending. Things just end. And the best possible ending you could have with these kind of things is that everybody dies. And you know what? That's for the best. Maybe that's for the best. um, how to say? Like, what's a specific example I can use? Ah, so there's a story in The Punisher called The Slavers, right? And it's basically about these like uh I don't remember what it's called, like Western European guys who come to America and start human trafficking women, like kidnapping them off the street, etc., etc., you know, and then smuggling them from across the country or from Europe. And the Punisher, he finds out about this. You know, he does his thing. He goes around and killing them, and he burns their leader alive, records it, and then sends it back to Europe, saying, "If you bring this here, I'll do the same to you." And he saves the women, right? But the story ends with like some of them don't live happy ever after, you know? Some of them eventually fall back into the life because, like, you know, it's all they know. And then some of them try to move on, but they're like permanently scarred and stuff like that. It's really, it's a dark ending, but when you read it, it really makes sense. And it's like, wow, when you're not being edgy, when you're not being dark, Garth Ennis, you can write some pretty compelling stuff sometimes, man. Hello, I'm Sumiki Tomioka. Oh, welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. What people misunderstand about The Boys is that the writer envisioned it as a joke. It was never meant to be taken seriously. The writer that disliked superheroes because they didn't sell well as horror stories was just taking the piss out of superheroes and TV shows. We'll leave it in perspective with the main point. Yeah, I will say, right? The main thing people get wrong about The Boys is that Garth Ennis hates superheroes. He doesn't hate them. You see, Garth Ennis, what he doesn't like is that superheroes are fantasy stories, right? And the comic book industry back in the day used to be very big. You used to have detective stories, horror stories, war stories, and Garth Ennis grew up with war stories. What he didn't like was that Captain America started invading into these war stories, and they started fictionalizing war stories and turning them into fantasy stories, you know? He doesn't like that. He doesn't like how commodified it became and how it snuffed out the industry. Where are you from? I'm from Australia. Yeah, but I think taking Garth Ennis too seriously is a bad idea. But at the same time, it'd be what do you call it? Dumb to not point out that he is edgy for the sake of edgy. He is shock factor for the sake of shock factor. Because you can't really argue the cross, you know? You can't really find any kind of depth in that story. Like, I don't think there's a hidden message in the crossed that, oh, you need to do a video essay to peel it back, you know? Hey, welcome in, Lukoa. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight, man. Saying Taiwan is one island. Are people stupid? Yes, Mango. All right. If you're asking yourself if people are stupid, 100% of the time it's yes. Okay. But welcome in, man. We're currently just talking about how Australia is pushing like these ID verification for like everything now. And I don't like that. Because I enjoy dark stories, alright? I enjoy dark media. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good today. How you doing yourself, man? Oh wait, you're answered. but share with me. Do you guys have any dark stories? Any kind of like how to say like problematic media? You sound like Bluey. God damn. I mean, yeah, I'm Australian, so it makes sense. Do you watch anime? I do. What other dark things do I like? I got an ID verification. We're trying to read, bro. Me too. I was trying to read some stuff, and it was like, I need your ID. I was like, man, what the hell? Like, I really like revenge stories, alright? But a lot of revenge stories get really, really dark. And person says either let me get high and write something or base like Fever Dream. Okay, but let me say, okay, counterpoint. Uh, what was his name? He was the lead writer at Bethesda, Kirkbride. He wrote some of the best lore for the like Elder Scrolls series, and he did that because he was high on drugs the whole time. Like Elder Scrolls is less fantasy and more sci-fi. Like, did you know that the dwarves they realized that they were a game, and when they realized this, they wiped out their entire the entire species. You know, there's a giant mecha Gundam called the Brass God. It's got a lot of really dumb concepts. W drugs. Listen, okay? I'm not saying drugs will make you a great writer. I'm just saying you already have to be a great writer. And then when you're on drugs, you'll become an exceptional writer. I'm trying to read Lights Out by Navessa Allen. What is that about? Dark as in vampire, mythical, sorcerer, sirens? No! I'm talking dark as in problematic, you know? Like, as in, these are the kind of stories you read and you don't tell anyone about. Okay, like, I've been talking to a lot of ladies recently, okay? And every time they talk to me about the things they read, I'm just like, I'm scared of women. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate it. As in deep dark fantasy, exactly, God. Like, you want to hear about like the kinds of things women tell me they read? BL? No, it's not just BL, right? So, someone I was talking to, they told me they were reading a story about like this serial killer who trapped another guy in his basement, and then instead of killing him, he does things to him, and then he kills people and does things to them in front of him, and it's like super dark. And then they're like, "Oh, he's so toxic, but it's so hot." And I was like, "I need you to describe exactly what part of that was hot for you, cause what?" And I was like, "You know what? I can't really even judge." Sounds crazy. Women are crazy by design. I don't make the rules, all right? That's just how they are. That's just their design. That's just their prerogative. Just like Sung. What's that, Kana? What's that? Like I thought they were talking about that BL called Killing Stalking, but they're like, no, it's a different one. And I didn't pay attention, so I don't know what exactly they were reading. So I'm like, oh, there's more of those. Oh, what do you know that Kana? Listen, all I know is Kana is no. This isn't really considered dark, right? I feel like this is pretty like normal-ish, right? Uh, wait, where was it? I literally just saw a picture of it. And it was about to like trigger my entire memory. Oh man, what the hell? Is gone. Oh my god. So, okay, one of these pieces of media I enjoy for like its ironic sense and actually legitimately is Anonymous Agony, okay? I enjoy it in the same way people enjoy um cringe content, right? Hey, welcome in, Precious. How you doing? Let me explain to you guys the beauty of Anonymous Agony, alright? Anonymous Agony is this RPG maker game that was like in the making for a couple years, and it's about this guy called Hayes, and he hunts people who are online predators. It's like Chris Hansen, but he's stupid, you know? It's incredibly dark because it talks about all those things. They don't tackle it with any depth, any subtlety, but it's super interesting to me. Wait, that doesn't really count. Oh man. And thank you for the follow, Venus. Appreciate that. Wait, you know what? Let me open my anime list. I know for a fact I have to have something. I have to have something. All right. Uh Because I don't enjoy things like The Crossed or Euphoria. I think Euphoria is too much for me. It makes me really queasy. Wait! I know something that would be considered problematic. I know. Do you guys know a story called Gantz? Are you guys familiar with Gantz? I can't look it up. Because if I look it up, I'll get TOS'd. So Gantz, right, is this story. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. It's about this story. About this guy who's kind of a jerk, and a jerk is putting it lightly. He's an ass. Um, like what do you call it? There's a point in the story, like at the very beginning, where an old lady is asking him for directions, and he's just like, "Ugh, I don't know. Like, find out yourself." You know, he's kind of one of those guys. He's very self-serving, very selfish. You know, he's very typical teenager. He's horny because like he's at the train station and he's looking at his gooner material, and then some homeless guy falls on the train tracks, and then he's just staring like, "Oh man, he's gonna die. Oh man, that's funny. I wonder what's gonna happen when he gets hit by a train." And then next to him is his childhood friend he hasn't seen in years. He jumps into the train track to save the homeless guy. And then he can't do it, right? He's like, "Oh, he's too heavy." He sees his old friend, like, "Help me, help me." And he gets kind of peer pressured into it. So what happens? They both die and they get hit by the train. And then when they get hit by the train, they resurrect in this room. And they basically have to do like a killing game where they have to hunt aliens, score points, and then escape. All right? That isn't the dark part of the story. Because the dark part of the story is showing you, like, how bad this guy is. How awful is he? Because, what do you call it? A girl gets resurrected into the room and she's naked. And the entire time, he's just, like, staring at her, trying to catch a peek at her. And then he like, saves her. Because he's like, "Oh, she'll have to save me. And when I save her and she becomes mine, we're gonna get down and dirty." Because he sucks. I hate him. He's like one of the worst main characters of all time. But then eventually, she catches feelings for the other guy because he's cool, he's nice, he cares about everybody, and he's a leader. And then when he finds out he likes his friend, he's like, "Ugh, I don't like her anymore," and doesn't save her. He doesn't try and risk his life for her. It's extremely violent, and they do a lot of crazy stuff in the. Overlord, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. My brain called that guy Matt. His name is Kei Kurono. All right, he is one of the worst main characters of all time. He gets better later though, and the entire point is that he becomes a good person later. Um, like if you want an example of how bad the series gets, there's a scene where there's a mass shooting, all right, because the guy is trying to get more people involved in the death game by sending more people to Gantz. And how does he do it? He disguises himself. And what does he disguise himself as? He does blackface and he goes around shooting people. Listen, okay, Gantz, incredible story. You should absolutely read it. At the same time, oh my god, be prepared. It's incredibly weird. It goes places. You never move on from the morbid topic. Good luck with the priority. What do you mean? That's the entire point. This is the kind of thing I wanted to talk about today. Have a good rest of your day, then. Oh my god, man. Like, how to say? I wanted to know more about like your guys's like. I want to read more. Right? Those. Hi, Shadow. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. Welcome in. Like when it comes to reading, I like reading stuff like that. And what I mean by stuff like that, things that are a little more edgier, you know? Because I feel like when I watch things, hi, hey, welcome in, Kiri. How you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. Just building my Wizard Arc Beyblade. Wait, they still make Beyblades? What the hell? Wait, Shadow. Wait, for those of you just joining, we're currently talking about dark stories, alright? And not just dark stories, but like problematic media or stories. What do you guys like reading? Yes, feel free to share what you are into. Because I was talking about Gantz, and I know it's not super dark. I know it's not like the crossed level of like depraved or like euphoria levels of messed up, but it's very palpable to a degree. I would say it's my life. Oh, damn. Hi, Mick. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. Also, welcome in. Uh, you know what? I have another story. Like, I don't know if you how many of you guys have read No Longer Human. Oh my. Thank you for the 5 bits, Kiri. Appreciate it. Oh, just say you missed these, and just say you wanted to take a peek at these. I'd understand. I get it. I'm captivated by myself too. Mwah. Oh my god, man. Wait, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. I've heard of it. Why does it fit with the hair? Does it actually fit with the hair? We get boobas for 5 bits. I'm a hoe, alright? You get it for even 1 bit. I thought it was 100. Nuh-uh. I'm selling myself out for cheap. What? It's a tough economy out there, alright? I gotta make do. Hey, Mariah, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. Nah, for real. I need you guys to expose yourself. What other kinds of dark media do you guys like? Like, my goat? What can I say? What can I say? That's just how much of horror nowadays is actually dark? What does that look? Nothing. W live. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Uh-oh. Hold on. Like I said, Anonymous Pinot Confessions. It's not really dark, but it's something weird and creepy. Wait. Oh, Confessions. Yeah. Like when it comes to reading Confessions, it's just gonna be like that. But I mean fictional, right? You know, I'm starting to realize a lot of horror nowadays doesn't really lean into being that dark. A lot of horror nowadays is kind of sanitized. Very uh commercial. And even stuff like the Terrifier. I'm not your bro. Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm Australian, alright? I call everyone that. Jeez. Actually, you know what? I don't care. Bye. One horror, Human Centipede? Yeah, you see, that's the thing, right? Most horror isn't like that anymore. Where it's not made to be shocking in the same way. Because there were things like Human Centipede and Serbian film back then that were like absolutely depraved. Jesus Christ. And there was stuff that British movie that like was like out years ago. The hit list. You don't get horror movies like that because studios don't really want to make stuff like that. So whenever you find films like that, it's usually overseas or it's usually indie films, you know? And I don't really like things like Human Centipede or Serbian film. They make me too queasy. Too queasy. The Descent? The Descent isn't that dark. The real horror movie for me is Jigsaw. Really? The Saw movies? I don't think I've ever seen people consider. Wait, what do you guys consider the darkest horror movie you've ever seen? The real ending for the movie is dark? I I guess, yeah. Uh trying to think. There was a ton of horror movies I used to watch, but I'm one of those idiots who stopped watching horror movies because like eventually I did start getting scared. And so I just started watching slashers instead because slashers are a little more easier for me to handle. Yeah, slashers barely count as horror movies at all. I watched a war movie where they charge across a bridge in defense of Shanghai with Japanese forces in droves. Oh, you're reminding me of a horror movie. I don't remember what it's called, but it's about these guys. I think they travel to like either Cambodia or Vietnam, and they go to like this building, and it's haunted. And then one by one, they slowly start getting killed off and picked off by like whatever it is that's haunting the place. And they have to survive until like 5 a.m., where a chopper will pick them up again. It was really good. I can't remember what it was called though. But that isn't dark. I wouldn't consider that dark. What does it sound familiar? Right? It's on the tip of my tongue, bro. It's on the actual tip of my tongue. Uh, you know what? Let me share with you guys another kind of messed up story, okay? How many of you guys are familiar with Itchy the Killer? It has a live action film. It's very old Japanese like manga that got adapted into a movie. And the movie's quite old. Itchy? Hold on. It's like this. Um, it's about these guys. They've been hired for a job to clear this apartment, all right? Because they want to take the apartment and use it for their business, but it's currently owned by a current like what do you call it? Like Yakuza, right? Japanese Jeff the Killer. I'm glad you recognize that. Yes. So the story is about like killing these like Yakuza, but it gets a lot deeper than that because it's about an exploration in sadism and masochism. And Itchy, right? The main guy, he's a coward, right? He cries all the time. People when they confront him, he cries and he apologizes and he doesn't know how to stand up for himself. But he's also like a contract killer. He's a hitman. And whenever he enters kill mode, he cries. He's like, "I'm sorry, forgive me," while he's killing a bunch of people. This guy has no concept of love or anything, okay? Extend the booba time. Oh my
Extend the
god.
booba time.
Damn, you guys like me like this? I see how it is. I see how it is. Um, there was a point in the story, right, where there's a girl he likes, okay, and she's a prostitute. You know what he does, right? He hires her, but he can't get off, So he just kind of like, oh, walks off sad, goes home. And then one day he stalks her, all right? He stalks her to his house, to her house. Um, because the entire time during the story, you think this guy's like, what a pathetic dude, what a dweeb. Like, yeah, he's a killer, but he's like such a loser. You kind of feel bad for him until this scene happens. He stalks the girl, and he sits outside of her house watching her, and she's getting beat by her boyfriend, and that he gets off to that, and you're like, oh, I don't like Itchy anymore. I can't really think he's a god damn. What the hell? Yeah. See what I mean? It's kind of messed up. Where the f you getting these stories, bro? Okay, so I got recommended this one because my friend was like, "Oh, Creed, you should check this out." And you know what? At the time, I thought, "Oh yeah, I could trust this guy," because he gave me like, he liked Berserk, he likes Madoka, he likes Vinland, he likes. He... Okay, you know what? The irony being, this is the same guy who told me to read The Crossed. This was the same guy who was into Euphoria. I don't know why I started listening to him about like reading this stuff because this was so ass. Okay, to be fair, it wasn't complete ass. It was interesting, but very, very messed up story. Um, what else? Okay, you know what? Then we have my other friend. My other friend, right? He thought I was so cool because he was trying to recommend me edgy songs, right? Not edgy songs. He was trying to recommend me like edgy like stories because like, oh, I'm gonna try and impress Creed by showing I'm also cool. I was like, okay. So he started recommending me stuff like Dead Tube. If you don't know what that is, okay, the first chapter is about this guy. He wants to be a like a filmmaker. He wants to record movies and stuff. So he's like constantly vlogging his daily life until he meets this girl. And he likes this girl, so he like films her day out and like films her 24/7. And then one day, she's like, "Oh yeah, I want you to film my date with another guy." And this makes him sad. He's like, oh man, oh man, I'm getting cucked, man." So he's recording the date. He's sad and moping about, and then I'll take the hydrate and stretch. Um, he takes them. No, she takes them to a warehouse. A secluded area, and she's like, "I want you to keep filming." And then he's like, "They're great. I'm gonna film them getting down and dirty." Tisk tisk. And while they're getting it on, she pulls out a hammer and like beats the guy to death with the hammer. And then the guy's filming this. And then he's getting off to it. And I was like, "Bro, what are you trying to make me read? This was chapter one." I was like, what are you trying to make me read, man?" And he's like, "No, no, Creed, it gets better, it gets better. You gotta try it." I was like, Okay, sure, sure, okay." And so I read the next arc, okay? Interesting taste. My friends are just not normal people, bro. So he uploads the video to like this website called DeadTube, right? You get paid out money for like recording evil dark things like this. And what do you call it? there's like a special event. They want to record a guy with the most despair, right? They want to record a guy in utter despair. So you know what they do? They take the loser of their class and make the most popular girl go out with him, and then invite him over summer vacation to like the beach, and like give him his life fantasy of like having the best girlfriend ever. The whole point is they're gonna give this guy the best life just to screw him over and record him killing himself in Minecraft. And I was like, dude, I'm not finishing this because this is so stupid. He's like, Creed, no, it's good. I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm done. This is so. How can your friends be normal when you're not, bro? Okay, I want you to understand like this, okay? My friends could have been worse. I was what was holding them back. I was restraining them, okay? I'm gonna lurk as you keep yapping. Yeah, no problem, crazy. Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it, bro. This reading taste sounds. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm seeing a lot of criticism, but I'm not seeing a lot of suggestions, alright? What do you guys read? And if it's just as bad, you guys have no room to judge these guys. I don't know, men kissing? Gore BL? Okay, Tori, drop me one. Drop me one, okay? You know what, right? I've read BL before, and what do you call it? I can only deal with it if it's interesting, right? Because a lot of the ones I got recommended were kind of boring and very standard BL. So I was like, I'm not reading this. I needed stuff with a twist. What if I read involves tentacruel? Yeah, okay, Mango. You, you don't get a say. All right, you don't get to judge. Do you actually want? Yes. All right. I'd like to understand your tastes. All right. I like to see what you guys are. Listen, this is basically my long-winded way of playing psychologist and picking at your guys' brain. Okay. I don't read anything. Bull. Shadow. What do you like? What do you like interact with? All right. Because there's no way a person doesn't interact with media at all. Like games, movies, books, whatever, anything. Painter of the Night. I think that's the one. What my friend was super into that one, Kana. Yeah. Painter of the Jesus Christ. I just don't. I just listed Shadow. I'm not saying, right, that it's important to like read or watch things, but having things like that, is it a manga? Oh. Oh. I see. You're lurking, but you reminded me of Harmless with Dead Tooth. Yeah. Welcome in, Mark. How you doing? But like Shadow, but like it's not important. Like it's not a necessity to like read or watch things. But I feel like when it comes to socializing, it's important. For like one thing, right? It helps you seem like you have a personality because you have things you could talk to, like not talk to, talk about at length. All right. Whatever I cross, I just forget the next minute, so I don't really. Like, are you just not passionate about anything? I find that incredibly bizarre. I find that like, it's like I feel like everybody has that one thing. I'm that dense. Listen, okay, I have no room to judge, but that's not something you should be saying proudly. That's not something you should advertise yourself as. That makes socializing and getting to know people very tough. Cause like, Google the manhwa. I just Googled it. I just looked it up. I see. You know what? I'll send this to my wait. Actually, I can't send this to my friend. Never mind. I just remembered something. I'm not even proud of it. I mean, if you're aware it's an issue and you don't really do anything about it, you know. Okay, twin. Let me find the worst I've ever read. Oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Just say you watch Queen when it comes to the lobby. Nah, don't say that. All right, don't. So what do you think? I'm thinking. All right, this like I can't even send this to my friend. I can't even send this to them. But interesting taste. Interesting taste. Listen, the reason why I can't send this to my friend, okay, is because they've got a phobia, all right, and it's pretty severe. They've got a a pretty severe phobia of snakes. Hello, Charlie Yaplin. Hey, welcome in, Ash. How you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. How's your studies going? Wait, Ash, I need to know. Do you have any problematic media that you enjoy? Expose yourself for me for a second, okay? Expose yourself for a second. I'm taking a break this month. Let's go, well-deserved break, bro. I don't like it? Then why'd you share it? Why'd you share it? I want problematic media that you guys enjoy, okay? Oh, now that sounds like you do have an answer. That sounds like you do have something you enjoy, Ash. Now I'm curious, alright? I need to peek behind the veil and see what you're hiding. Like, do I wait? I guess the where do I send the link? You can just DM it to me actually, because like I I don't think my Twitch chat likes links. I do, but I'm too holy and chill to really like it. Okay, you gotta share with me. All right. I think the most problematic thing I do like is Gantz, but it's nowhere near as bad as like the things that you guys are talking about. Citrus. That's a Yuri um like manga, right? That's a that really toxic Yuri. Oh my god. You know what, Ash? Real. Real. Fair enough. About most problematic thing I enjoyed. You know what? Sure. Sh- oh! Okay. I described Uma Musume once. My friend asked if I was gay. Well, if you talk about Uma Musume passionately, alright, you can only be one of three things. A gambler, an idol fan, or a lesbian. Unfortunately, it can only be one of those three. Um, what is a really problematic thing I enjoy? Okay, there was this problematic manga I enjoyed for a bit, but then it dragged on for too long and I didn't like it after. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Boys Abyss, alright? Okay, let me, okay. I need to elaborate on something here, okay? This story is just like suffering. It's just people suffering and doing things to hurt themselves. And I wouldn't recommend this to anyone because it's one of those stories that really romanticizes the idea of suicide. And not just that, but like doing it as a couple, doing it, it's sort of a weird loose adaptation of like No Longer Human kind of. It really romanticizes those things, but I liked it up until like maybe chapter 90, and then it just kept going. And I was like, "Oh my god." Huh? Yeah. It's one of those stories, right? If you're one of those people who entertain self-destructive fantasies, it's gonna do really crazy things to you. It's gonna I wouldn't recommend. Okay, let's see what this is. Miss Tori has sent me something. Okay. Oh, let's open this bad boy. Oh my god. You know the crazy thing is, I've seen this before. I've seen this because my friend actually recommended this to me. Luckily, I watch mostly chill and happy things or comedies. Yeah, most of these days I read what do you call it? Just kind of whatever. But I'm mostly into action stories or something that's a bit wholesome. I've been mostly reading romantic comedies recently. There's this one thing I've been reading recently called what was it? Uh a useless idol and the only fan in the world, okay? It's relatively new. It only has like 50 chapters out. And it's basically about this idol. She sucks. She can't sing, she can't dance. And it's about her interactions with her only fan. Like she has one single fan, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. It's like stoic nerd dweeb guy and girl failure and their interactions. Aside from that, oh my god, my stomach. What else have I been reading recently? Like I think that's the most wholesome thing I've been reading lately. Cause otherwise I'm reading things like um God, what else am I reading? I really what The Way of the House Husband. I watched with my dad. You know what? I never read that, but I keep getting told it's super funny. Wait, you know what? I've been there's this one story I really liked, right? It's called Suicide Island. It's incredibly dark, okay? But it's written by this like my favorite author. He wrote Holy Land. And if you never read Holy Land, it's another pretty dark story, but it's not super dark. But Suicide Island is basically about all these guys who survived their attempts. And since the Japanese government doesn't want to rehabilitate them or waste money on them, they ship them all off to an island. And whatever they do on the island is up to them. So it's about all these people who have all these like traumas and stuff, kind of becoming friends, building life on the island. It's really weird. It's incredibly weird because it's really sad and dark, but at the same time it's very light-hearted at points. I cannot talk about the story too much because a lot of things happen that are very TOS. But subject matter aside, it's actually really good. But at the same time, listen, okay? I wouldn't really recommend Suicide Island because like it's kind of hard to get into. But I'd recommend Holy Land, 100%. Holy Land was an experience, all right. If you're one of those people who like Ryan Gosling movies and you're like, whoa, I'm literally him. Holy Land, Holy Land. Oh man, like, do people consider Berserk even dark anymore? Like, is Berserk even considered problematic media these days? I feel like Berserk is treated as like required reading nowadays. Essential reading for some. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. But like when you peel back the layers of like everything that happens in Berserk, I kind of get it. What in the hell is these songs, bro? What the fuck? You know what? Sometimes you guys getting a choice in the matter, mistake. Wait, I need to know. All right, what about you guys? What's the worst story you guys have read? Okay, you know what? No, I changed my mind. What's the most disappointing thing you've ever read? Like every time I talk about disappointing stories, one immediately comes to mind every time so easily. Um, what the fuck? Um, I don't know too much. Really, you don't have one like disappointing story that jumps to mind immediately? There's this story called Girls of the Wilds. It's about this guy who gets transferred to an all-girls school, and this all-girls school is like a martial arts school, so it's meant to be a martial arts story. And this guy's like a very typical nerd, like gets bullied. And so like the three main girls try and train him to teach him how to fight. And then eventually at some point the story became less about fighting and more about romance up until the very end where they only just barely include the martial arts. Just be like, "Oh yeah, we have martial arts sometimes, occasionally." Which was such a shame because I actually was enjoying the mix of romance and martial arts. It was funny. It was cool. I'll never forgive the author for the ending that they gave us and the weird curveball and it's just going 100% all in the romance. But I think that was just a case of like the author was writing the story with feedback from the community instead of having their own vision or idea of what they wanted to do. They caved. They caved. Man. I'm just looking at my list. Did I enjoy anything else that was considered like dark? Not really, because like there's a what do you call it? A genre of manga called eroguro, right? And um it's not what you guys are thinking. At the same time it kind of is, because these stories are their entire appeal is like violence and eroticism. I tried reading these just to understand the genre a bit. So I read some of the popular ones, and I couldn't understand the appeal. I couldn't get into it. Like a lot of these things talk about really taboo topics and like go about taboo subjects. And I feel like the way they handle it must be like just part of the genre, right? Because there's no explanation for why or how it happens, and it's just treated as a matter of fact. And I feel like if I was to understand it, I actually need to devote a lot of time into studying it. But it's like, is it gonna be worth studying? Is it gonna be worth getting into just so I can say, oh yeah, I understand the appeal? Nah, just gonna keep reading my stupid ass idol manga. Oh my god. Wait. I need you guys to get on peak, alright? And what I mean by get on peak, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. It was the 20th anniversary for Onani Master Kurosawa, alright? And if you guys don't know what Onani Master Kurosawa is, it's one of the most funniest, most peak, most wholesome stories ever. So let me sell it to you guys, okay? Let me sell it to you guys. Kurosawa is a guy who's kind of like an antisocial recluse, right? Every day after school, he goes to the third floor girls' bathroom and he jerks off. And he fantasizes. He thinks about the people in his class and he gets off. And to him, that's peak. To him, that's life. He lives for it. He's a master gooner, alright? And then one day, he gets caught. He gets caught. A girl is like in the bathroom. He is him. And then approaches him the next day, going, I know what you did. And if you don't want me to tell everybody, you need to do what I say. And so she uses him to get back at the people bullying her. And you know what he does? She orders him steal her gym clothes and cover it in your thing. And I think that's like the first 4 chapters or first 5 chapters summarized. It sounds so like what the hell? But I promise you, read more, and you're gonna be like, no way, the story actually is wholesome. You gotta read more. I don't want to spoil how it gets wholesome. I don't want to reveal the twists and turns the story takes. Because it's an adventure and a half. It's incredible. You need to read Masturbation Master Kurosawa. Please. It's not super long either. I think it's like 20 chapters long. So like you'll be done with it in like a couple, like in like an hour or so. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm performative edgy. I don't enjoy a ton of like edgy stories or media. That is a shame. Holy. I'm sorry guys. My I'll get better. One day I'll find real edgy content and I'll be able to share it with you guys fully, unrestrained, without shame. But where do I go to find more of this edgy stuff? I feel like, alright, I've been sheltered too long. I feel like I've only been reading or like watching things that are socially acceptable. But I don't want to read the crust again. I don't want to read. Did you know there are like 6 or more like different crust like side stories? Jesus Christ, I'm not reading another one, man. Oh my god. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Eh. Oh my god. You know what? Maybe that's because I've been like, with what your friend read and watch, I don't think you're sheltered. You know what? My problem, Tori, is I gave them too many chances and they let me down. And then I gave up on them. If I wanted more, I should have just kept dealing with it. I should have just kept reading the things they kept recommending to me. Oh wait, Tori, be real with me, okay? Be real with me for a second. Have you read Dramatical Murder? Because I know I have. I remember a ton. And I don't remember the context of why I read that at all. I've returned. Hi, Trin. Welcome back. How you doing? Was that Yowie Jesus? Wait, you haven't? I didn't read, but I know what happened. Yeah. I don't know why I read that, bro. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Like, okay, you know what it probably was? It was probably because of the girl I liked at the time. She was into it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna understand it. So the next time she talks to me, I could talk about it with her. And then I read it, I was like, oh my god, it's just gay porn. Oh. Man, why couldn't you be into something normal? Something easy. Oh man. How you doing, my friend? Also, it's Tim today. Alright. No problem, Tim. I'm doing pretty fantastic. Bro's in too deep in BL. I wouldn't say I'm in too deep. I don't know a ton, but I've read a bit. Listen, okay, listen. I don't want to be a performative male, alright? And what I mean by performative male, did you know there are some guys out there, okay? Some like deep voice male VTubers who are like, oh yeah, I'm like so into yaoi. Oh my god, like, bro, BL, right? Yeah, I'm like super into love and deep space. What's his name again? Oh yeah, Silas. Yeah, the only reason why they say Silas is because they think they're Silas. Shut up! You don't actually like him. You project. You're like, oh yeah, he's literally. I refuse it. I refuse it. I'm not gonna be a performative male. I remember my BL phase. When was this, Tori? When was your BL phase? Okay, I had a phase when I was younger. All right, where I was reading nothing but like uh etchy and like things that were kind of suggestive. COVID era, bro. Okay, it was in the same era too. Listen, all right. I was like bored at home doing nothing. I was like, you know what? When I was younger, I used to look down on harem and stuff. I'm gonna read a couple now. I'll tell you now. So much of it sucks. It's like so boring. And when it isn't boring, oh my god. They pick worst girl every time. They pick the most boring, most stupid. Oh my god. Let me tell you about this, right? I didn't find a lot of problematic media reading manga because I feel like Japan they restrain themselves a tiny bit nowadays. Because back in the 90s and the 80s, they were writing some absurd stuff, man. If you want problematic media, you gotta go to the Koreans. Because I read this. this porn war, right? It, it's called My Silent Kingdom or My Silent War or something like that. And it's about this guy who's like the gopher for like this like gang, right? He kind of like analyzes statistics for betting and he places bets for them and that's how they make money. And the guy, like the leader of the gang, he wants to start a business in loaning out women, you know? Prostitution. But he has a girlfriend and the nerd likes the girlfriend of the gang leader. And it goes places, man. It goes places. I was reading this, I was like, this is so ass. And I finished it, hoping like it's gonna change, right? It's gonna evolve. It's gonna get better. It was like 90 chapters of like ass. Guys, I'm never gonna commit to reading something like that again. If it doesn't appeal to me in like 10 chapters, I'm dropping it. I need to start dropping things, all right? When I start reading things, I get annoyed that I don't finish it. So I keep reading until it's done. Just so I can say, oh yeah, I gave it a shot, it sucked wang. Guy from Demon Slayer was supposed to be flirty. How? What? He doesn't exactly strike me as the flirty type. Like design-wise as well. Oh man. I wish my tablet tracked all the things I was reading. Because I lost a lot of things I was reading. Because a lot of the more darker stories I've been reading involve topics that are indulgent in things like self harm and violence. And I was like, man, this is a topic that comes up a lot. What the hell? But, and his original design was better. Lurk, I need to drown myself in the shower. No problem, Kana. Please enjoy the rest of your day, man. Oh my god. Wait, how many of you guys have read Takapi's First Sin? No, not First Sin, Original Sin. I will say, alright, people really overhyped this to me. Because what, after the first chapter, wait, like first or second chapter, it never hits the same high again. They hit you with like one of the most shocking twists ever, right from the get-go, and then never top it again. And welcome in, Boo Bear. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. I'm good. Yeah, dude. We're currently talking about things we're reading, or have read, that are problematic, or dark, or strange. Tell me, do you have anything like that that you want to share? Because, recently I've been reading a lot of interesting things, for the lack of a better word. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh my god. You should read Haunting Adeline or the Twisted books. Haunting Adeline. Ooh, wait, hold on, what's this about? Do they have a summary? Adeline has a stalker, yet she quickly discovers she's not the first person in her family to fall victim to a shadow in pursuit. Left behind are her great grandmother's haunting journals, detailing the story of her own phantom, and subsequently her brutal. Okay, noted. You know what? This is good. I will get this, all right? Cuz I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to borrow this, all right? I need to sign up for a new library card. I actually want to get into like reading actual books again. Because if I don't read something, I'm going to end up reading the Count of Monte Cristo again. That's going to take away like 2 of my weeks. It's going to take away all of my time. There was another incredibly strange story I was reading. Oh man, it's a dark romance. I can tell. All I'm gonna say is, all right, ladies, you guys have very interesting literary tastes. All right, because every time I ask a guy about what they're reading, it's always, oh yeah, bro, I'm reading One Piece. Oh, I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Or I'm reading My Dress Up Darling. Why is it whenever guys read romances, it's like the most like very normal vanilla type of romance. And then when you girls talk, read about romances, it's a thousandfold more interesting. I'm reading Kimetsu no Yaiba, Haunting Twisted Hate. Okay, I need to look up this. What is Twisted Hate? Love story between a doctor named Josh Chen and a girl named Jules Ambrose who study and pursue Korean law. Okay, okay. I'm kind of getting a feeling. Enemies to lovers. Yup. I had a feeling. You know what? What would we need more of? All right, we need more enemies to lovers stories. We need more lovers to enemies. I need more of that, and I've been trying to find more of that. Because for me, it's such a funny dynamic. It's so interesting. Stockholm syndrome. Okay, you know what? Let me tell you a little bit of lore. Okay, a little bit of lore. I'm a victim of Stockholm syndrome. All right. And I'm not going to elaborate more on that. Listen, okay. After falling victim, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's peak. Maybe it's peak. Maybe we need more enemies to lovers type of stories. If you mean victim. Okay. So that how do I elaborate on this without saying too much? You know what? Nah. Get edged. Dweeb. We're not elaborating on this at all. Oh my god. Wait, you know what? I'm curious. I think it's very easy to like talk about dark topics and stuff like that. Is there a line you guys have when it comes to like dark subjects? Is there like a specific line you guys don't like? Because when it comes to like fiction and stuff, I don't think so. I think because I know it's a story, I don't really mind. I can kind of read anything. I think the only thing I don't really like is like hyper violence. Cause like I don't like gore that much. Um, I could pay to drink Bullock spice packet. Give me a second. Make sure you give me half of that, okay, Mango? I need half of the payment. Okay, you know what? Let me tell you about this. I knew a person back then, right? They were into Chainsaw Man, and they were cool with a lot of Chainsaw Man. But as soon as they went back to read Fire Punch, right? Fire Punch was Chainsaw Man's previous work. They were complaining about Fire Punch the whole time. Like, oh, how could anyone read Fire Punch? It has incest in it. And I was like, okay, for one, it's not incest. Um, and second, bro, there's like cannibalism, hyperviolence, all this stuff in Fire Punch, and you draw the line at incest. And listen, I know what this guy is reading. All right, I know what no, I know what she's been reading. I've seen the things. All right, non-con and all that stuff. I was like, I can't. You have the weirdest line. What don't I like? Because like when it comes to movies, right? I like revenge stories. Stuff like The Glory was like insane because the bullying in The Glory was pretty next level. But it made me enjoy watching it because it was like, oh yeah, I can't wait for all these guys to get picked off. And despite how dark it was, I enjoyed it, you know. But that's why I enjoy these kind of stories. Like this kind of media. But you know what? I'm starting to think about it. I outside of the crossed, I don't think I have a line that. Hmm. We'll find something one day. All right, we'll find something one day. My eyes are blurry and my nose hurts. How much you get paid? Whenever you say revenge stories, I just think of very different stories. Not gonna lie. Okay, hit me with one. Hit me with one, Tori. I need more revenge stories. All right, I need more. Revenge is like my favorite genre. All right, and it all started with the Count of Monte Cristo, one of the best ever. Enemies to lovers, brothers, best friend, bodyguard, princess. It's like the Korean revenge vids. Yeah, Koreans are pretty good at revenge stories. They kind of go all out with it, Wait, what do you mean by revenge vids? This isn't like the nth room stuff, right? Oh no. It is. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Oh my god. Did you know they came back last year? They started up again. They went offline for a couple of years just to come back. Wait, I need to ask you guys, alright? Do you have a favorite trope in your stories, right? Do you have a favorite thing? Because, like, a girl I was dating for a while, she liked her BL, alright? But she said she needed it to be, like, toxic. That's why she liked Painter in the Night. I was like, should I be worried? And she's like, no, 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 no. I was like, I'm a little scared, I can't lie. um, Outside of that, fangirl lesbian is fangirl. Everyone freaks out to learn she has fans. Do you have an example of that, Manga? You need to give you some titles, man. Listen, this is basically me fishing for you guys for things to read, right? Agnes Digital. Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, I know about that. God damn it. Um, I know one of my friends, right? One of my friends, they really like the bodyguard and princess trope. Like the mafia boss's daughter and her like bodyguard. They they like that stuff so much. You know what she likes about them? It's like the dress shirt with the rolled sleeves and wearing gloves. And then when they pull the glove off with their mouth, she is like swooning over that. I was like, seriously? Seriously? Oh my god. Every time I like find out what kind of things makes a woman go wild, I'm like, it's like the most like mundane, most normal thing. And they're like, Creed, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. I was like, you're right, I don't. Please feel free to elaborate and explain to me. And they're like, no, I don't think I will. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Uh, what's the problem with Agnes Digital? You see, I was expecting you to give me a story, something I could read, but it's just the damn character. I'm not reading the damn character. I'm not going to go in their profile. I'm not going to roll for them. Man, man. You know what I need to get into? I need to get into light novels. There's probably a bunch of wild stuff in light novels. At the same time, Jesus Christ, there's so many like so much ass in light novels. I don't want to go sifting through a bunch of trash to finally find something that mildly amuses me. Only a tiny bit. Okay, you know what? That's probably my toxic trait. My mild amusement. I'll do anything to mildly amuse myself. Even if it means torturing myself by reading something I don't like or doing something I don't want to do. But because I can find just a slight little chuckle out of it, I'll do it. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Oh my god. Shit, 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 shit. I was about to click on something really bad. Okay, I clicked on something really bad. Never mind. Oh my god. I hope we get to our own anime season one day. Train on Turf. How do they? Okay, I don't think they'll ever get their own series manga. Cause like in order to get their own series, they need to be like one of those poster children. They need to get like. Why do you have the open and stream tabs? No. What we talking about, huh? Wait. There's no way you could see what I opened. No, I was trying to look for something. Cause what do you call it? I haven't eaten today. Cause I went to work and then came home and slept. So I'm thinking about just wrapping it up at 2.5 hours. And tomorrow I'll be starting early to do a bunch of Persona tomorrow. Is anyone online right now? Oh man. But Agnes is the poster child of low cortisol. No, no, no. Not Tachyon. God, this is digital. This is a different horse. Personally, I like my Manhattan Cafe. Do you want to know something funny? Please. By all means, share with me. Wait, guys, if I played Fortnite in the Discord server, you want to play Fortnite? I just need an excuse to play Fortnite so I can use the Suisei skin. Alright? Your model gives off Tokyo Ghoul vibes. Wait, you want Tokyo Ghoul vibes? Hold on. We can definitely make that happen. Where is it? Yeah. But welcome in, Nova. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day or night. I don't have Fortnite downloaded. It's okay. What do you call it? I was thinking about on Monday doing another community night in VR chat. So like, you know, if you guys are interested in joining in for another one of those, I'll be starting at like the same time. So, feel free to jump in whenever you guys are free. Oh my god, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Why did the robber jump in the shower? I swear to god, if it's about a clean getaway, why? Why did the robber jump in the shower? Come on, Brevet, don't let me down. The Yeah. He wanted to get away. What? I feel like you're missing part of the. Ah. Oh my god, we got Creed Labubu too. Hell yeah, bro. The game downplays digital by making her a simp. The horse is real. I'm following the max of people I can follow. Hey, you know what? Appreciate that. I hope you're having a fantastic one, Novo. Draw where? Um, I can't say that. I was about to say something bad. Actually, I'm gonna say it. Up your button around the corner. Sorry. I didn't mean it like that. At the same time, I meant it like that. No. Oh my god, man. Wait, I'm trying to. Wait, guys. I want to talk to you about something. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it a bit personal. All right. So, for a while, in my younger days, when I was a wee little lad, I didn't have a sense of fulfillment or purpose. Right. I didn't do things that really made me feel happy, and I wasn't sure about how to go about making it not like that. Wait. Hmm. Nothing makes me feel happy. See, that's the thing I was gonna ask, right? It's like I remember I tried doing sports, I tried talking to people more, I tried getting into different hobbies, and nothing really made me feel happy. And so it persisted for a while, and it made me kind of like, oh man, I feel unfulfilled. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. And at that point, like, what do you even do about that? You know, like how much do you have to try? When is it okay to accept? You know, it's okay to give up type of deal. I'm still on the search for it. Oh boy. Like, the reason why I talk about this, right? Why didn't the skeleton go to school? Why didn't the skeleton go to school, huh? Like, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of things did you try crazy? Like, what have you done? Because I remember thinking, oh, you know what it is? I'm not working. So his heart wasn't. Cool, see. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What kind of things did you attempt to, like, remedy your lack of fulfillment? Because when I was younger, I thought, oh, it's just because I'm not working. Maybe when I start working and I make money, maybe I'll feel fulfilled. I've been working for like, what, 6 years at this goddamn place? Maybe seven now? I don't feel fulfillment at this stupid ass place. Like, agreed. I tolerate you too, Brew Bear. It's okay. Like, I think, especially before I started working, I used to fear that I would go my whole life without feeling fulfillment, that I'd live a life with no purpose. I know for some people that doesn't really matter, but it bothered me a lot. Because for me, I was like, I don't like that. No purpose. Doing things for no reason. I need a reason. I need something. Yeah. Like, how to say, I'm one of those people who likes having things ordered. I like having plans, you know? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. So the idea of going through life without a plan scared the hell out of me. I'm not one of those people who do things spontaneously very easily. S- Worst fruit, bro. I don't eat things I don't like, so I cannot name you the worst fruit. I eat apples, bananas, strawberries, and pears. um, like some of my friends, right? They go every day to work, and then they go gym, and for them, that's enough. That's fulfillment because they don't talk about great ambition. They don't talk about wanting more. And for me, I get a bit jealous sometimes because, like, damn, I wish I could be like that. Like, I think my problem is, right, I want more. I want what do you call it? I have a high goal. I have ambitions. I have things I want to do and achieve. And with some of my friends, they don't really have any of that. They just kind of like, oh yeah, it's whatever, man. I don't care. And I can't live like that. I don't like that. Gotta go, Cree. Yeah, no problem, Brew Bear. Please enjoy the rest of your day. How to say, like, there was a friend of mine, right? He was like the most fakest stoic piece of trash I've ever met in my whole goddamn life. Because anytime I express these kind of thoughts to him about, oh, I'm a bit worried about lack of fulfillment. They're like, oh, Creed, it's whatever, man. You just can't think about it too much. You got to do things and blah blah blah. I was like, well, yeah, I am doing things, but my fear is I'll do things and I'll keep doing things and never find something that makes me feel like I've done something. And this guy hits me with like, oh, it is what it is, and then hits me with like the most basic, like, nihilist lines ever. Like, oh, there's no point to life, Creed. But I was like, but you know what? Stab him. Oh man, I should. But he's the exact same as me, where he has lofty goals, high ambition himself, right? Oh my god. I accidentally clicked on something bad. But he has high goals himself. He has a lot of dreams and things he wants to achieve. And so when he was telling me this, I was like, oh my god, what? You are the fakest stoic I've ever met in my life. Because it got to a point where they were crashing out about, like, not being where they want to be, lack of fulfillment too. I was like, oh yeah, what happened? What happened to your, what do you call it? Stoicism. What happened to your it is what it is? Wait, hold on. Shake? What are you trying to shake, man? I'm in the same boat as you. First thing is okay. I wake up every morning, do the same thing's not for me. Also, not a morning person. Yeah, like I don't think it's the routine, right? Crazy. I don't think routine is what bothers me. I don't think that's what gets to me. I think it's the idea of like I'm not getting younger. I'm like burning through my options of things I can do to make me feel like I'm doing something that makes me happy. Like outside of the stream stuff, right? Nothing else really moves me the same way. Like this is the closest I get to feeling fulfilled. But with stuff like this is a process, you know? But the fact that I keep worrying about the future takes a toll, yeah. I keep worrying about the future too, man. I get listen, I get given so much crap advice. Because people are like, oh, don't worry about the future, worry about now. And it's like, okay, but I'm literally doing everything I can do right now. Now what? And you know what I get hit with every time? Thank you! Great advice! Oh, man. Because they're like, well, you gotta do things. Bro, I'm working out again, okay? I'm reading. I'm like editing, I'm streaming. I'm doing what I can to try and fulfill myself now. But what about the future when I these things aren't doing it? You know what now? I'm back. Hey, welcome back, Shadow. Oh my god, it pisses me off so much. Like, I think my problem is I'm asking advice from people who are just I don't know. I don't know. This year I picked up hobbies that made me enjoy life a little more. What kind of hobbies did you pick up, Crazy? Like, unfortunately, the kind of hobbies I want to get into require money. And if it doesn't require money, they're like outside of my skill set. Golf throughout the year or snowboarding? God damn. I wish I could snowboard. There's like no snow here, barely ever. Oh, dude. Like I would try sports again, but um trying to join a sports club these days is hard because it's like you're joining in like a group of people who are already friends and know each other, and unless they're friendly, they're gonna ostracize you. Because remember, like 2 years ago, I tried joining a basketball team, and they were all friends, and they just like spend the whole time like picking on me. Yeah, unfortunately with basketball, I can't do anything but play defense. So they didn't like it every time I picked the ball from them. Cause that was the one thing I could do decently in basketball. The kind of hobbies I want require living in a town that doesn't have a maximum population of 11,000 in a good year. What kind of hobbies do you want to pick up, Mango? Like, what exactly is that? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, I know this is such like a. Also, I do want to pick up reading more. We don't even have McDonald's here. It's 30 minutes drive. We have the opposite problem here. There's a McDonald's everywhere. And even more than that, there's a 7-Eleven everywhere. A Starbucks too. How to say, like, this is such a, what do you call it? A normal thing, right? I feel like everyone thinks about this at some point. But I feel like everyone tackles it a little bit more differently. Where it's like, I don't want to live just for the sake of living, you know? I want to have purpose. I want to do something. And I think what's like scaring me a lot is that I'll achieve nothing, you know? And that thought creeps up on me a lot. And I know it's like, oh, the thing is, I know that it's like, oh, you just gotta do what you can, make the best of it, etc. But that doesn't make me content. That doesn't make me happy. Just like, just doing what I can. I want to do something like meaningful. That's a thought. It's rough, yeah. What do you call it? Like, I'm a little bit envious of people who can just like not think about those kind of things and just kind of like set it aside as like it's not important. And I know it's not important, right? But I still worry about it and I still want it. And it pops up at random times. Oh yeah. Listen, the one time I went running without music, those were the kind of thoughts creeping into my head the whole entire time. And I was just like, I need to remember to charge my earphones. We're never doing this silent running ever again. Running at night with just your thoughts? Yeah, I need to do some real running. Running from my demons. Far out. Oh my god. Um, you know what? Let me tell you about this, right? I was given a very bad curse when I was young, alright? You know what that curse was? My father. One day, I was sitting in the living room crying while watching Dragon Ball on TV. And my dad came up to me and was like, hey, what's wrong? And I was telling him about my schooling and how I was getting bullied. And, what do you call it? He was giving me advice, right? Saying, like, because, what do you call it? I was complaining not because I was getting bullied. I was getting bullied, like, I was crying because my friend wasn't helping me because I was getting bullied. He just stood there and he watched me. I'm inspired to try and get. Yes, Craig's got. I've been drawing as well. I've been trying to get back into it recently. Um, what do you call it? Like, I was crying about my friend not helping me when I was getting bullied, and I was like calling him a what do you call it? A fair weather friend, because this was a term they were teaching me in prep. And my dad was like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then this is when he said that to me, and he fucking passed on a curse, and I've never been able to let it go. He told me, Creed, what does that mean? It means they're a friend to you only when it's beneficial, only when it's in service of them. So they're not like a real friend who'll stand by you. Um, so my dad told me, listen, Creed, just because these things happen to you doesn't mean you're gonna let it happen to someone else, right? I was like, no. He's like, good. Because if you see someone in trouble and you can help them, you're gonna help them, right? I was like, yeah. Oh, far out, bro. Because you know what's happened ever since then? Anytime I see someone who needs help and no one can help them, but I can, I have to do it. I, oh my god, he just passed on a curse. He just passed on a curse. Hit you with the karma talk. Karma? He cursed me. His own son. The amount of trouble I've got into, right? But then it made me think, right? Like, what if that's my purpose? What if that's why I'm here, right? To just help people like that. And it's like, oh yeah, Creed, you're gonna suffer a lot because like the amount of things you've done that really backfired on you. Yeah, what can I say? I'm just oh my god, man. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, alright, if that's my purpose, I don't want it. Please, someone take it from me. Someone take my spot. Oh, maybe right. Like this is such a dick thing to say. I want my purpose to be a little more selfish. All right. I want something for me. All right. I don't want my purpose to be at service of other people. To be at beck and call of other people. Because let's just say, right, to help other people, I've done irreparable damage to my body. I've done things that I shouldn't do. So like, man, I've taken my hits. I've taken my toll. You gotta be some selfish for your sake, dude. It's built into me. It's built into me so bad. I can't stop. Oh my god. So I've been having to practice every time I see someone in trouble. I need to look away. I need to look away, or like I need to stop talking to him. Because sometimes I'm talking to someone and they're telling me about what's going on. I need to go. Oh, that's bad. Like I need to shut up. I need to stop listening. I need to tune out. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'll open a video on YouTube and I'll just stare at that. I can't get sucked into it again. Oh my god. You know what? Let me ask you guys. Do you guys feel like you're closer to understanding your purpose in life? Or like the equivalent of? I've like the closest I've ever come was when I was studying, right? Where I was like, the goal of life is to do whatever you want and enjoy yourself and find your purpose at the same time. And the problem is, the things I want to do to enjoy my life require money. Require me to be 2.2 million. But I'll never have 2.2 million. Listen, alright? I need to get into crypto scamming people. Skill issue? Okay, Connor. Please elaborate. Where are you at with your self discovery, huh? Where at you? Tell me, where's your 2.2 million? If you send me that PNG again, I'll. just give me crazy skid marks, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real skid mark hours. Oh my god. It's just about time. Kanna's a bully here as well. I wish Kana would just like forget half of what they know. Because they're one of the people that keep remembering things that they shouldn't. They call them Edward Cheese Grater Heads. Hey Alex, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. I see you got my notification. It's a pretty good one, right? I'm a little proud of that one. Well, you expose yourself, bro? Okay, well, people paid for me to expose myself, right? But I made it too cheap. I still remember. Forget about it, please, 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 please forget about it. Oh my god. You know what, Alex? I was talking about fulfillment and purpose in life, right? For $3.99, I'll expose Creed to you. For $3.99, I'll expose myself again. Please. But hey, guys, how you doing? How's your morning been? It's morning for you, right? Oh, dude, I've had a crap day at work. I was trapped with my thoughts again, and I was just thinking about a lot of things today. So many things, but you asked not to talk about this. So I'm saying that. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'm so dead. Wait, what'd you get up to? Wait, for those of you, right, I didn't ask. Wait, what did you guys get up to? How you doing? Oh my god. Crazy! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs, bro. Appreciate that, man. Oh my. I went to bed at 3 a.m., woke up at 5 a.m. to drive my brother to the airport. You know, I didn't go to sleep. I went to work, came home at 4 o'clock, and then I slept, and then I woke up at 8 o'clock. I hate. I hate, man. I don't know how you function. I don't. I barely do. Like, I was this close to canceling stream, but I was like, I'll just chat. I'll just chat. Like, I can do that very simple, very easily. Um, I want to try to do 3 hours. Like, I feel like 3 hours should be my minimum if I'm just chatting, because it's not taxing, you know. And it's not like I'm shouting a ton either, so my voice isn't going too crazy. I went to get an X-ray. Hope they won't find anything bad. They'll find all 5 of my finger. He do be just chatter. Okay, you know what? This is gonna sound sad, right? But I don't talk to a lot of people. And even before I became a streamer, I didn't talk to a lot of people either. So just chatting is like my kind of pseudo socializing. And it's my way to kind of express myself and share my thoughts or my interests with you guys. And then at the same time, get to kind of know a couple of you guys. Because, like, listen, okay, it's not a secret. I'm pretty open with this. Like, my goal, right? I want to get big. And as time goes by, I keep forgetting that eventually when you get big enough, being able to have, like, these small, like, intimate chats just doesn't happen anymore. Like, being a 0 viewer streamer and a 100 viewer streamer is like nearly the same with how fast chat moves. You're basically talking to yourself like a majority of the time until eventually you stop, pause just to pick something out. I know something that can get you bigger. Oh, you're gonna give me 2.2 mil and you're gonna rub it on my face. Yeah, like, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you real good. I'll let you do anything to me for 2.2 mil. Anything. Please. It's the only way I can live the life I want. And what do I mean by that? I just don't want to be poor anymore. Thank you. You know what? Deserved. Somehow you made it worse. What do you mean? I made it better for you. You and me tonight, Alex. You got any room? Damn, oil up. I'll oil up for 2.2. Queet, yes, Kana. Oh my god, do you know? I don't know. Sorry, I'll let you finish. Get a room first. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something really bad. What kind of drink makes people focus? What? I was gonna say something really bad. Juice concentrate. So do you just tell dad jokes to like every single like? So like I noticed even in Tori's stream, Con always does that. Yeah, figured. Oh, oh my god, my stomach. You and Koo damn story. Listen, all right. Listen, I like lurking. I like observing people. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me. You want to hear something sad, right? Oh, and thank you for the level 2 hype train. Appreciate it. Okay. You want to hear something sad? I feel like the reason why I enjoy watching people and observing streams instead of getting engaged myself, because it's kind of what I'm used to. I was used to being excluded out of friend groups and stuff like that, so I just kind of watch people have fun and never get involved myself. And then I get anxious when I need to socialize because I don't know how to socialize. Like, if I have to, I can, but when I want to, I don't know how. Bro's on the edge of the lunch table. Lunch table? Dude, I was like eating outside by myself. I found like a dark corner to sit and eat. Like, when I moved schools away from my friends, uh, I ate lunch in the library. I like tucked away in a corner and I ate. That's just skill issue, JK, same. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like because of the bullying, I had like really bad social skills. But then when I was in high school, I kind of learned to kind of like fake it until you make it. But then after moving away from all that, I couldn't be stuffed faking it anymore, and I just kind of regressed, and I lost everything I learned. Oh, thank you for the stretch. Now it's deep. What do you mean now it's deep? Ah, like, please be crazy like before. What? Listen, man, I'm a man with many sides, with many layers. I've got incredibly profound wisdom or something to that extent. What did I miss? What did you reveal? Nothing. You know what? I know what my problem is, okay? My problem is I care too much about what people think. And not just like what they think, but like how they feel and stuff like that. But when it involves me, I care about how I'm perceived. I care too much. And if I can't leave a good impression, I'd rather leave no impression. So I don't interact. So, oh, bro. Thick Devin, Thick Devin. God damn it, bro. Like, I wish I got over that fear of caring about what people thought. And I don't know how. Because I feel like it was built into me to be like a people pleaser. Like, especially when I was a kid, whenever I was playing sports, I did it for my parents' approval, right? Because anytime I failed, my parents would be like, ugh. And then my friends would be like, ugh, ugh. So I was like, oh, I'm a failure. Oh, I can't do that. I like to think I don't care, but I do. I I'm trying to let go of that. Okay, you know what? I'm glad some of you guys are understanding where I'm coming from, because I thought this was something that I can't like I know some people in my life who are incredibly selfish, and my brother being one of them. And I don't know how someone can be like that, like just so inconsiderate about other people's feelings, and just only do things the way you want without a care in the world. And I feel like if I had that, would I be the same person? And I don't think so. I think I'd be a worse person if anything. It's just a rooted issue for me. I feel like it is for me too. Uh, I don't know. On one hand, I think I like part of being the way I am, and that's just mostly because I don't think I'll ever be an ass to people, like for no reason, you know. Listen, okay, I'm gonna salvage this for a second. I'm only ever an ass to someone if they deserve it. If they're just like a piece of trash. Otherwise, nah. I don't like being rude to people. Like, even with the people in the bar, right? Even though I don't like them, they say hello to me. I'll say hello back, you know? Like I can't do it. Just being rude for no reason. I'm just gonna wait, we're just gonna save myself the trouble. But what do you call it? Like the only person I can be like that with is with Matt. And that's just because Matt is a subhuman. But everyone else, I can't do that. I can't be like that. Like I remember at some point last year, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna be more selfish. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I couldn't. That whole entire thing lasted like 2 hours. Because I found like a new wave of motivation and hype just to lose it all at the end of the day. Oh my god. One day. One day, surely. Oh man. But you know what? Maybe it's over for me. Maybe it's doomed. I'm like an old ass man. Hey, welcome in, Scarlett. How you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day tonight. You can't be selfish. You're a very nice person. You see, Scarlett, that's exactly what I mean. I need to be more selfish, but at the same time, what does that entail? How many times you said one day? We're not adding a counter for one day. Because if we keep talking about one days, we're going to be talking about the next life. Maybe this is a new game plus angle. We just don't know when that day is, bro. You know what? I don't want New Game Plus. One life was enough. Because if I'm gonna do New Game Plus, I know for a fact the big man, big god, is gonna be so funny, so cute. He's gonna curse me to be poor and broke again, and that's how I know he's a massive cock. Why would you make me poor twice, man? Bro's gonna revive you in a dark fantasy. Wait, what kind of dark fantasy? If it means I'll die in the first episode, yeah, I don't mind. He has a what? He's a tiny wiener. And he makes up for it by being a giant cunt. I don't know, Berserk. Okay, can I die pre-eclipse? If I die, can it be pre-eclipse, not during the eclipse or after the eclipse? I'll take anything except post-eclipse. I'll please. You get to be the tiny baby creature with the big nose. Oh man. Can I not be Void? Can I not be Godhand Void? The big skelly mans? All things we need, I say yes, but my older sister's mom's calling me because I need to learn to say no. You know what, Scarlet? That is something I need to learn how to do. I need to learn how to say no. Thing is, I can't either. The reason why I can't is because I don't like hurting people's feelings, especially when they've been nice to me. So it's caused me to inconvenience myself a lot and like delay things for myself or like straight up cancel things for myself because I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. You can be the kid who got murked by guts and then felt bad for 5 chapters. At least you die young. You know what? An early exit out of the Berserk story is great. I'll take that. Would it be useful? I'm wheelchair bound. You see, for me, Scarlet, it's not about being useful. It's just that I value people's feelings more than my own. Just say no, avoid it. I can't. Because you know what? It's always the people who are actually nice to me. I can't say no to them. Like, okay, I'm gonna give one reason, alright? I'm gonna not one reason, I'm gonna throw one person under. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna throw a person under, never mind. I was gonna no, it's not. The guilt from saying is so real, right? If I can, then why can't? Shut up, God. He's just gonna ignore you instead of saying no. You see, the reason why. Hey, listen, Kaz, I don't ignore you on purpose. I just keep forgetting. Because I wake up in the morning, open Kaz's message, and then like typing, and then I fall asleep. Oh. And then when I wake up, there's like 6 other messages, and then I open those and reply to those, and then I forget. It's okay, bro, I get it. It's okay, Kaz. I just hate you the least. Oh. Oh my god. I'm gonna fucking cry, man. As he says it, yeah. Don't worry, I'll beat you to it every time. Oh god. Wait, hold on. He's just being a tsundere. Nuh-uh, I'm not a tsundere. I'm way cooler than a tsundere. I can't be a tsundere, alright? I get tsundere. Oh man, I wish tsunderes were real. Guys, would you like a tsundere? I would want a tsundere. Which one is Kudere? Isn't that the emotionless one that doesn't express themselves? I don't think I'd be a Kudere. It's not that I don't have, like, I just have trouble expressing it. It's not the same. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what caused a lot of my troubles with a lot of my teen self is so weird because I used to be into yanderes. Don't feel too bad, Scarlet. There are people here who are actually into Cass. Cass. Being into tied up in the basement. Yes, Scarlet. There are guys like that. All right. Don't feel too bad. Oh my god. That laugh is hilarious. Sorry. I didn't want to laugh too loud because my throat was gonna like hurt. I can't be too loud. Oh my god. You know what? I think we'll call it here today. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. For listening to me yap and, just talk about a bunch of different things. Whether it was about, you know, the impending demise of our lives and the unending march of time, or the problematic media we're reading. Thank you guys. I just got here, dang. Don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing an earlier stream, and we'll be playing Persona 4. And then after that, on the Saturday, we'll be beating Uncharted 3. And then on the Sunday, we'll be doing Resident Evil 2. And this will be my first time playing Resident Evil 2. Guys, the only Resident Evil game I've ever played was Resident Evil 5, alright? So I'm super looking forward to playing the actual rest of the games. I'd expect Ari. Yeah, listen, I want to play Resident Evil 9 so bad, but I don't want to just jump in RE9. I want to play the rest of the series first. Thanks for the stream. No, thank you for being here. Appreciate that, Overlord. We'll raid out, but I'm gonna raid and dash. So if you guys are in there, please let them know. I need to go eat. I'm super hungry. We're gonna be raiding into Miss Emina. She is currently doing her own donathon. So if you guys have time, please feel free to hang out. If you're here and you want me to say goodbye, say goodbye. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Good night, Overlord. Good night, Crazy. Good night, Tori. Good night, Kana. Good night, Kaz. Good night, Cool. Good night, God. Good night, Scarlet. And goodbye to good night, Alex. And goodbye to all my other lurkers. I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. Again, see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a long day. What's the raid message? Oh right, I forgot. Raid 1 for the people who are subbed. Raid 2 for the people who are free to play. And goodbye, Mark. Appreciate it. For those of you who are not in the Discord and you want to join, please feel free to join. We'll be doing a VR chat hangout on Monday, so feel free to jump in. Did you say goodbye to Kaz? Goodbye, Kaz. 07 gang. Bye-bye. Now, for those of you still here,